Welcome to What's Going On here in Mountain House. I'm your host, Corey Strock, and this is my co-host, Lynnete Habgood, back from her sojourn. Thanks for coming back, Lynnete. How's it feel to be back here in Mountain House?
Wonderful.
And not sick?
I missed everyone.
Really?
Yes.
Everyone?
Everyone.
I doubt it.
I even missed Cedric. See? Everyone.
Did Cedric come by and he bust you for something? That's what he does, he busts people.
I know, but I even missed him, so that proves that I missed everyone.
I don't think I've ever met him, honestly.
You've never met Cedric?
No.
Oh my gosh, he tried to help me find a barking dog. Tried to help me.
Is that a euphemism?
No. No.
I don't know.
No.
No. Alright,
No.
so,
Bah.
well, did you find the dog?
No.
Yeah.
We found 3 or 4, but we couldn't tell.
I never find the dog either. Alright, so today,
Yes.
on What's Going On,
What are we doing today?
We've got a couple things.
We do. We have some things.
We have some paperwork here from the LUSD we're going to talk about later, involving just some stuff about our health classes. And before we get into that, though, we're going to welcome our first guest. Our first guest tonight is Stephanie Olsen, who is currently the volunteer coordinator for Quest to School Foundation, as well as a very active parent here in the community with kids, with experience with kids in multiple schools as well as in multiple ages. So,
And she participates in multiple sports. Mountain House Little League.
she does multiples, that's what we're saying.
Mountain House flag football
Yeah.
is on her resume.
Multiples.
Yes.
Mountain House flag football, God, I'm sure there's more stuff. Basketball, I want to say I saw Savvy in basketball once.
Yes.
Yeah,
Savvy in basketball. Yes.
that's all I got.
That's all you got?
She helped organize the Jingle Run, for those of you who missed that. That was a
That's
couple
true,
days
every
ago.
year.
It was very fun.
Yes.
Everyone had a really good time at it.
Second annual.
Yeah, second annual. There will probably be a third
We're
one.
gonna go for the third. Yeah. So
There'll probably be a third one.
We had a few
And you'll
hiccups.
have the timing will be right next
Granted,
time. It was
we
right
had a
next
few
time.
hiccups, but I blame that mostly on Corey. Could not be me, right?
Definitely not. You weren't with me the entire time. All the things were going wrong.
That is so true. I was not there.
Yeah.
I could not help. I apologize.
It's fine. It's fine. So, all right, let's just walk up Stephanie. We'll ask her some questions. We'll pepper her with some questions. We'll get some info. Maybe she can tell us what's going on over there in Quest. It's just so far away from where we
What's
live.
going on?
Yeah, all right, come on, Stephanie.
Yay!
Okay, so your name is Stephanie Olsen. We went over that already. All right, so let's just start right at the top with what you do here in Mountain House. How long have you been in Mountain House?
It is 7 years.
7 years.
Today, to the exact.
No.
Actually, seriously, we moved in to
Wow.
Mountain House on December 15th,
Wow.
2007.
I can't imagine moving like right before Christmas, so it seems like it would suck.
Yeah, yeah, it kind of did.
And you just did it again, like literally like last week.
Yes, I did not learn.
Apparently not. Wow. Well, on the plus side, you probably won't have to move again for a while. That's good.
true.
Yes, I hope.
You have your own private court now. I saw that. It's nice.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Private court?
There's like 2 houses on the whole court.
Well, there will be 5.
There will be more.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, well, possibly.
Until then, we will just do donuts.
Lynette's got a new bed. Did you hear?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you probably don't want to bring it over there. Because with the construction, you might get a flat tire.
I already have one of those.
All right. So we've got some background on you. Let's see. You have you live in Mountain House with your husband Joe.
Yes.
You guys are both very active in a lot of local sports. I know that I believe that I met you first through flag football.
That's true.
Which your husband coaches in, and your sons, I think, have been to the championship game several times. A couple of them, I'm sure.
My son's coaching now, too, though.
Yeah, he was the assistant with
The
my
youngest.
husband. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The 2 Joes.
Yeah.
And all-time refs.
Yeah, definitely a lot of reffing.
Got a ref.
Kids love football. Seems like football's in your family. I've seen the pictures of your son. He plays out in Stockton, right? Where does he go?
He goes to St. Mary's High School in Stockton.
And what grade's he in now?
He is a sophomore.
So the jingle run, though, we actually just brought
Thank you.
that up. So you participated in that.
Yes.
So this is the second time we've done it.
Mm-hmm.
You were there for Quest to School.
Yeah.
So this is a collective for LUSD.
Yes, that was the decision that the Runners Club made, I believe, when...
I think it was your decision. You're the one who brought the event to me.
Well, I brought the event to Corey, and I wanted to
also
do
true.
it for a charity. And I kind of had thrown out a bunch of different options. I think I threw out a children's hospital and different things, and the Runners Club came back and said that they were fine doing a run for a charity and helping, but they wanted it to go to something in our town, which made sense, and so they suggested the schools.
So is this the only activity we have where all of the schools participate in order to raise funds for themselves? Is this the only collective action?
I think so.
I think it's the only joint one that we do.
I know in the past there was a collective group that did the carnival together.
That was just 2 schools.
But that was
though, I
just
think.
2
That was
schools,
Bethany
yeah.
and that that dissolved.
They also included Cuesta the first year.
Oh, okay.
That Cuesta was a school.
Yeah. Lynette was the glue that held that together. I think once she left the board, it all just whoosh. Yeah.
I don't know about glue.
Well,
Trying to give you some extra credit.
Being kind.
So, okay, so on the jingle run,
Which Corey had absolutely nothing to do with.
yeah, right.
that was mostly Matt Mullen, if I recall correctly. I was setting up barricades while Mullen was handling business at the start/finish line. So that worked
Barricades,
out really
yes.
well. I saw that you're responsible for the hot cocoa bar, right? That was
Yes.
super popular. I got plenty of compliments about that. I failed to get hot chocolate, but
Yes, we ran out of hot water.
we did.
So
You got 5 gallons, right?
yeah, we had 5 gallons, but I think we didn't
gone
anticipate
10.
how cold it would be. Last year we didn't have that much hot chocolate, going
Yeah.
on. Like not a lot of people wanted it because it was warmer, and I think that being colder, a lot more people wanted it this year. So we just have to, put that in the notes for the next year to
Yeah.
get more hot water.
So what do you have next then? After the jingle run's basically done at this point, we're just doing some cleanup stuff on it, trying to get people their shirts and whatnot. What do you have next? What's next on the Olsen calendar?
Is January, I will be going to the flag football annual board meeting for the first time.
Hype it
Because
up.
I'm just new.
Are you on the
that
board?
Yes.
Did somebody quit that board?
Yes. So I have never been to a board meeting thus
Oh,
far
that's
because I'm
exciting.
new, so I don't
Oh
know
my
what
God.
will be going on, but I know.
Andy will try to ply you with margaritas.
Well, good luck, Andy.
Yeah, probably not gonna work, but he'll
Challenge
try.
accepted.
He'll try.
Yes.
I think that flag football is doing awesome. They just keep getting more kids. It's a fun league. Like you said, my kids have been in it since its inaugural year, and they don't want to leave. And so they come back and they help. And I think you see all those teenagers out there helping ref and coach. It's because they had such a great experience. They can't leave. Andy's kind of set up a great little mentoring system, even if it wasn't intentional. For those young men and women. And Bob has kind of come along and set up a filming mentoring program that
I know I was gonna
think is
say that
pretty
too. He's got
awesome.
kids out there filming
Yeah.
now too. He doesn't
Yeah.
even pay them.
People
It's
are getting
slave
skills.
labor.
Like, this is the amazing thing
Yeah.
about flag football, right?
Yeah,
That was not the intent to teach people things, but they're learning things.
yeah. And they're having fun. I think that most of the teenagers that
You know it.
started filming the
it's
games
great.
had a blast.
Yeah.
And in fact, I think that he's not going to lack for volunteers, at least for the younger games too. They're really cute to film, so.
Yeah.
Let's show them about refs. You always lack for volunteer refs, but
Yes, that's
Well-
pretty much in any organization.
that's my purview, I guess. But yeah, no, I've seen the people out there
Well,
filming. They look great.
people want to do
Kids
the
doing a great
job they want to do, and then they want to go home. So to be fair, yes, I
Yes.
mean, you spent the whole day there roughing other people's games. It had nothing to do with you, and putting up with BS from angry parents, right? And
Yeah.
angry coaches.
That's mostly
That's not
mostly
fun.
not me. I get the very
Yeah, I
It's
think
not the
that's
fun part.
Yeah, filming is definitely a more entertaining part
Absolutely.
than refereeing the games.
Yeah, the roughing part is hard, and I'm so impressed with the kids that are out there doing it. They're 14 and 15, and they are able to make these decisions under pressure. They're standing up for themselves.
Yeah.
And it's funny when you turn around, it's like this 40-year-old woman screaming at this little boy. And not that your children are small, but still, they're little boys.
Yeah, they are.
So I get mad as a parent. Like, don't treat my son like that. You're not going to treat Stephanie's son like that.
Yeah.
Do you know where you are? Right?
Yeah. It was flag football.
Right? It's competitive, but it's not.
What do you have a special role on the board? Is probably the first question. Did Andy pick you up to be anything in particular, or are you just on the board? I know.
As far as I know, I'm just on the board for now, but I have been, in the past years, I've been the director of marketing. So
Okay.
I've just been in charge of the survey. Just distributing the survey pretty much is all.
Collecting
because-
the survey.
Yeah,
You
passing
should
them
be
out.
director of customer relations if all you're doing is doing the survey, and director of marketing. I don't know.
Yeah, well, and I also do the getting registrations, putting out the flyers
Oh, yeah,
and
there
things
you
like
go,
that.
I was
So,
going to say, I think Andy's judging his marketability with
yeah,
the survey.
yeah. So it kind of all ties
Yeah,
in.
it's not like public marketing.
All right, so let's go back to your flag football. I know one thing that's on the flag football thing. Might be involved slightly is the Royal Affair event.
Oh,
You're involved in that, I think, a little bit. Didn't you help a little bit with that last year? Did you not?
I don't know that I helped too much with that
Maybe you're
last year.
supposed to help, but you just didn't.
No, I think
No.
at the event, we realized that she was going to help with it. I think that's how that worked out. She was like, this was amazing. I'd like to be a part of it. I think that's what.
You helping this year?
Yes, I would like to help this year because
Yeah.
Well, good. It's gonna be awesome.
yeah.
It is. Okay. So you have a son who plays flag football. You have a daughter who plays flag football. You have another daughter who plays flag football. Then you have a son who plays tackle.
Yes,
Football.
Yeah.
yeah. So both my sons played tackle, and my 13-year-old played tackle and flag because, like I said, he didn't want to leave flag, but he wanted to play tackle. So he worked it out so he could do both. It just worked out with his schedule, and so he played for the Hurricanes.
You even have time, God.
I don't know.
Wow. Is he doing both again?
Well, he'll be a freshman next fall, but because of Andy's age limits, he can play one more year, and he plans on playing one more year.
So how do you think flag prepared them to play real football?
Well, in the case of my oldest son, Joseph, what flag football did for him, it didn't really prepare him for what he's doing in tackle football, but it gave him a chance to do something he'll never be allowed to do as a tackle football player because he's a big 6'3", 270-pound kid. So when he shows up to high school, they just don't even bother looking what he can do, offensive lineman. You're on the line.
Best case scenario is tight end there, yeah.
When he played flag football, he was able to be the quarterback and a receiver, and he got to do some of those things that every kid wants to have a chance to do. And it was really, I think that's why he loved it so much because, that was his moment to have those experiences. And
I never thought about it like that. That's really
yeah.
cool.
And it doesn't hurt a big kid like him to not play tackle until he's in high school because when a coach sees a kid that big that's willing to work and has some ability, they're going to work with him and help
a
him
good
get
attitude.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, in the case of my younger son, who's just as tall but half the weight, I think flag football helps him because he is a skills player. So he did learn how to catch the ball, and there's a lot more offense that happens, because that's all. There's not a lot of blocking either because it's not allowed, obviously, in flag football. So you can practice your skills, and it is a little different, catching a football with pads versus no pads, but at the same time, it kept him injury-free until he did start playing tackle.
That's true.
So,
yeah, I agree with that, especially with the 50-50 rule. I know a lot of parents were not happy, a lot of coaches were not happy, but it's there for a reason, and I think it's there to make sure that kids get the opportunities to play other things.
Yeah, I love the 50-50 rule, and I can use my daughter Sabrina as a great example of why that works because she wasn't the fastest kid on the team, and she was kind of in la la land sometimes. Like I remember her coach would always tell me, I gave birth to our 5th child just right when the season was starting, and whenever they would have a huddle and he'd say, Sabrina, we're going to do this play and you're going to be here, she'd say, my baby sister Jessica, blah blah blah. So she was not as focused and intense as some of the kids on our team, but her coach was amazing. He followed the 50% rule with no complaints, with a great attitude, and he didn't just follow the rule, but he would rotate kids around he'd have the offense. He had his first offense and his first defense. And so the first half of the game, Sabrina would play defense the whole first half. And he would rotate them around in different positions. So she had a chance to chase after the quarterback or step back, And then second half, those kids who played offense played defense, and then she would play offense. And even though she was by far the slowest kid on the team, he would still give her handoffs and let her try to run.
It was on chat, right?
Yeah, and Bob even was able to catch one of the cutest things I ever saw, which was when the coach taught her a spin move at practice. She also does a dance, and they told her to do the spin move, and so you see her get the ball, and she spins and spins and spins in a little circle, and doesn't really go anywhere. But she had a great time the whole season, and she wants to come back because they made her feel like she was just as much a part of the team as anyone else, as the fastest kid. And that's what it's about, I think. So
You're doing an excellent job selling flag football. Do we know when registration opens for that?
I believe it will probably start, it's always been around April that he sends out the flyers, and then they start right around that same time.
We don't know how much it'll cost yet, right? That's one of the things you do at the board meeting every single year.
Right.
Every year at the board meeting, that's literally one of the things we do is decide how much it will cost.
Yeah, and I will say that both the football organizations in the community are great because my son was in both, and so as far as I was worried about him playing tackle because he is so tall and skinny, and I thought, oh, he's just gonna get hit and he's gonna snap,
No, that'll be fine.
But they did a very good job coaching them. This year, his coach for tackle was amazing. I mean, the high school should snag the guy up. He's just amazing, but he had them so conditioned and taught so well that I'm really excited about what he learned. So we're lucky in Mountain House because I think both organizations care a lot about our kids, and just whichever organization a parent chooses, they can't go wrong because they both listen. Both Andy and Mo, who's in charge of the now Junior Mustangs, they both listen to what you have and what your concerns are as a parent.
So I remember we were having a discussion before the high school opened, and they were asking us what sports we wanted. Do you remember that? There was a whole meeting to talk about what our sports interests are, and we needed to vote on this, right? And there was a joke going around. Yeah, remember there was a joke going around that more parents would vote for cricket than they would for baseball.
Okay, I kind of vaguely remember
You do.
that joke. Yes.
Yeah, and it just kept popping back up about how this is a community that doesn't support traditional sports, right? Like football, baseball, track. These are not going to be key elements of our sports program. And I think
that really happen?
This did happen. So I think it's funny how we have evolved to the point where these basic American sports that people said our community would not support are actually becoming the cornerstone of our children's access to sports. Right? And we have two versions of football.
It's American.
We
You
have
can't beat
baseball and
football. It's
softball.
impossible.
Right?
Yeah.
We
Soccer.
have now we're gonna have track now. Yeah, we have soccer.
Track and field is
Right.
coming up. And then
There are weekly cricket games.
the basket.
To be fair.
Well, and we
There are
have
weekly cricket games.
the basketball league.
Basketball.
This year, they were completely full,
Yeah.
and they have a waiting list.
A huge
it's
waiting list,
A huge
yeah.
waiting list.
For
that-
what?
A registration
the
list.
basketball,
For
the Mountain House
basketball.
Youth basketball.
Oh, that's a waiting list, really?
Yes.
Oh, that's because not enough parents volunteer to coach. That's why.
Well, they probably do need more people to step up and coach, but also
Always need more
limited
people to step up and
facilities
Yeah.
probably is another issue. But I think it's amazing. In fact, I'm trying to just, like, in my head, I have a debate with myself, like, which sport at Mountain House High School is going to be the most awesome this year as far as record, because there's some amazing basketball kids, the Mountain House Wolverines that was started by
Yeah.
Reno.
It's
Yeah.
probably
They're
girls.
solid.
I was gonna say it's probably girls basketball.
basketball.
Actually,
Yeah.
I mean,
Those are amazing.
but-
they're very good.
But
Yeah.
I think that there's a lot of great baseball players coming in to play too. So who knows?
Wrestling is
And-
so good.
Oh, wrestling.
Wrestling.
Oh yeah, wrestling just.
And I don't know a lot
started,
about wrestling, but
Oh, I
that's
love
awesome
wrestling.
to know.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, it is. It's definitely a workout though.
And if
it taxes every single
It's
muscle
definitely
you
a
have.
workout.
If we ever get a pool, I think we'll have
Well,
an
I
awesome
wrestle.
swim team.
I was going to talk
because,
about that.
because my daughter's goes to the Ellis
Swimming.
Aquatics.
I
and
know.
I think half the team is from Mountain House.
They are. This is why we're saying we need a Mountain House swim club.
Yes.
Because our kids.
We can't have a Mountain House swim club until we have a pool.
Yes.
Lynette, we've been over this before. When we have a pool,
I know, but the
we'll
pool
start
that
the
we're
club.
looking at getting is not the pool that we need. I understand we don't want to like a hole in the ground with water and a fence around it. I get that, but
I'll take that. It's
we're
fine.
at $15 million for a pool, or $14 million, or whatever that huge estimate is for this aquatic center. I don't need an aquatic center. I need a pool. Right?
Oh, but an aquatic center will be useful in the future.
I know that,
think.
but if we can get a pool now for like maybe $1.5 million, right, with a nice fence, and then we build the aquatic center around that, that's what we do here, right? We get an idea, we get a small school, we build a community.
You mean build it in phases?
Yeah, like we do with everything else. Nobody builds Questa and then all of a sudden you move in. We build some houses. We let you look at them, right? We let you pick which one you want. You furnish the thing. Then the community sprouts around it. I'm just saying, who would be upset if we had like $1 million pool just to start with? We could start like laps, right? We could just start with a lap pool. That'd be awesome. Then we work on all of the fun stuff in the pirate ship.
The pirate ship?
Yeah, we want a pirate ship.
She really does want a pirate
Okay.
ship.
I do want a
actually.
pirate ship. But that's $15 million, right? And that's not going to help my kids get an athletic scholarship for swimming. However, that lap pool,
They could become buccaneers, on the other hand, though. I mean, just saying.
I don't know that they
just saying,
aren't.
like, piracy, like, on the downturn. So maybe a pirate ship here in Mountain House could help that come back up.
He's just saying. That's all he
I
just
like
says.
pirates. Thank you.
I just.
Thank you. No, Lynette does. She wants to start a swim club. If Lynette starts a swim club, do you want to start it with her?
Do.
Oh, that would be awesome. I see. That's my sport. I'm a swimmer.
Oh, yeah, I knew that,
I'm a
actually.
swimmer and a water polo player. I was actually a 13 All-American water polo player.
Water polo seems
Sounds
like the
like
most
we might
ridiculous
have a
thing ever.
coach.
Oh, I don't know. It's been a while. I'd have to brush up. But
We
I
have
love
some
water.
time. I mean, we're just throwing out numbers here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't know.
That-
We haven't even
That's
scouted
true.
for the location yet, so
Yeah.
we've got a little time. We'll do some homework. How about maybe next jingle run?
Okay.
Let's fundraise for a pool.
That would be
How
awesome.
about that?
God, that's gonna be a lot of jingle runs.
That would be a
Oh.
joint school
We need
effort
to-
if I've ever seen one, right?
We could
If we can get
fundraise
K through 8s out here to fundraise for something that we can all use as a community. The schools can even make money off of it.
Okay, so Stephanie, thank you very much for joining us today. Do you have anything else that you want to throw out here at the end, just to sign off? Anything you want to mention, or throw out a shout out for anything, or talk about how great you are?
And upcoming events we need to know about.
Well, save your coins. The quest to auction is April 25th. I know that's kind of down the road, but it's going to be an epic battle over snickerdoodles with David Pombo, Colin Clements, and myself. Last year, David Pombo got them, and I regret not upping my bid.
Who makes them?
I have no idea. I just know that I want to be
mystery
Pombo this time.
snickerdoodles.
I don't even care if the snickerdoodles are
He gets
good.
everything.
He
You got
wins.
that Disneyland trip at the spaghetti feed at Wickland.
Yeah, so
Why don't we do a joint
David
auction?
Pombo, you're going down.
Why?
Let's take him down. Between the two of us, right?
Yes.
We'll just box him out so he can't even get in there.
Yeah, we'll
We
just hold
tried
his
that with
hands down.
Disneyland. We did. We tried that.
Yeah.
We're stalking the best.
Well, and then Colin Clements was upset about that too, so he's going to be gunning for him. So I've got some competition.
Ooh, it's gonna be good.
Yeah,
So that's in April. What day was it again on April?
April 25th.
April 25th.
Denim and
At
diamonds.
a location
Yeah,
in
denim and
Mountain House.
diamonds.
You can wear
Denim
yourself
and
some
diamonds.
jorts. You can wear yourself a diamond bracelet, maybe a denim jacket,
Or just the vest.
and some chaps.
Cutoffs. I can see that.
Yeah, chaps and a vest.
It's not that
Is that what you're going to wear?
No. No, I'm just saying it's possible if it were
Don't
made out of
invite
denim.
What Corey meant to say was, thank you so much for coming on our show.
You're welcome.
We appreciate you putting up with us.
I know for almost 2
Awesome.
hours too, though I guess we can't really say that.
It's been an amazing 20 minutes.
Yes, it's been an exceptionally great 20 minutes. We appreciate all of your thoughts on going on with the LUSD. There's not a lot of people in town. I think they're quite as plugged in as you as far as meetings goes and site counts and all that. So I think anyone who's as involved as you can give us more information on how the LUSD acts and what ways they can improve. I think it's helpful.
Okay.
All right, so get out.
Get out!